What's up there, Misfit? Welcome to Pages of Ascension. Of course, welcome back if you've been hanging out with me for a while. This is reading for Scorpio, okay? So this reading is not traditional in the sense that tarot is the primary deck. I do use tarot towards the end, so make sure you stick around for that, as more messages and more clarity tend to come out with those cards, okay? So the primary system I am using for your reading is the Lenormand and the Kipper systems, okay? So, while I am getting everything all shuffled out here on the table, let's go over some fine print. All right, so I am an adult. So that means I use adult language, and adult themes do sometimes come up. If that's something that you're uncomfortable with, this is a good time to exit stage left. It means I'm probably not the reader for you. No big deal. Plenty of kick-ass people here on YouTube. I'm sure you can find a reader that uses the language that you prefer, okay? Next, as far as pronouns go with which you resonate as. This is an inclusive channel, okay? And of course, last but not least, you'll see that website at the bottom of your screen. That'll take you to POACreator.com, which poke around, see if there's anything that sticks out to you there, okay? So we just need to get one more of these cards out, and then we can get this party started. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so Scorpios, it looks like you might be having some guests over this next 30 days, or upcoming in this next 30 days. I'm not sure if I'm speaking to a masculine or a feminine energy, but with the masculine card coming up, I do feel like there is a masculine in some way involved in this, whether that is you or that is the visitor that is coming towards you, okay? So let me go ahead and go through the cards, and then I'll speak a little bit more. So we've got the ships, the ship, man, we've got the puppy, the bouquet, and house. Okay, so it's possible that this person who is coming to see you is coming with a gift in hand. We could be talking potentially about a house or news of a house, deed of a house, that type of thing, okay? I do feel like this masculine energy is loyal, and, you know, going back to this gift of a house, it's possible that this person could be asking you to move in with them, okay? And we'll see what comes out with the Kipper. I'm going to go ahead and pop into that now, since there's not a whole lot more coming out. But I do feel like this masculine energy is traveling towards you, okay? And the fact that the puppy, or the dog, is right smack in the middle of your spread tells me that this person is very loyal, okay? So if there were any questions about that, I'm not seeing anything speaking to disloyalty at this point. So let's see what else comes out, okay? Okay, so it looks like partially of why they're coming towards you is because there's something going on with their employment sector or their work sector. So I don't know if they're out of work or they've possibly lost some money. Perhaps right now they are engaged in a lawsuit or just have gotten served papers. That is a great possibility. It potentially could have something to do with this house, but again, we'll see what else comes up. Yeah, this person is dealing with some court stuff right now. We've got adjudication popping up underneath the man. Whew, and coffin. Okay, so twist on this. This person could have been involved in some type of court or legal battle. And I feel like that legal battle has ended, whatever that is, okay? Again, we've got occupation sitting at the bottom of the deck. This could have something to do with their work life. Yeah, and they've been thinking a lot about you. This person is very loyal to you. Okay, so whether you are dating this person or this person is just a friend, because the dog can also mean friend, a loyal friend. But the fact that we've got it coming out underneath the Lovers and thoughts, it tells me that this person has romantic thoughts about you, okay? So if you are not dating, perhaps the gift is the gift of a more serious connection that they are would like to pursue with you, okay? Whatever court thing that they were dealing with, I feel like has prevented them from moving on or pursuing something more serious with you, okay? We could be talking about a divorce. But I feel like if that's going to come up, it'll come up in the tarot card. So again, make sure you stick around, all right? Let's see what else we've got. Tell me about the gift. Ooh, okay, so that's interesting. Got expectation and occupation. So this is interesting. Like, you might be in kind of you might be in communication with this person, but there might be a lull of some sort. So with this person coming in, I'd say it's the first communication that you're hearing from this person in a little while, possibly about a month and a half. And there is this expectation of gifts coming from this person. Now, as far as how that ties into occupation, I'm feeling like it's because of their occupation that there is a gift expected. Or perhaps like something that they do, like say they're a chocolate maker or something like that. So every time they come to see you, they bring you a piece of chocolate. Okay, I'll date a chocolate maker. Hello. But the thing with expectation is that expectation is a premeditated form of resentment. So you may not get that chocolate that you're seeking this time, okay? Don't get mad, I'm just a messenger. Tell me about the house. Okay, we have pathway. Ooh, and then we have false person. Okay. Oh, it was going so well. All right. So if this person is coming in, actually, let me back up for a second. So back to this expectation card coming up underneath gift. I feel like if you might be expecting them to offer you one thing and they offer you something else, and as a result of that you see their true colors. I really don't like the false person coming out. Again, I still feel like this person is very loyal, but here's the thing about this false person. It tends to stand for, it's almost like the moon card in tarot, like there's some type of secret, there's some type of lie, there's something that's hidden from you that you don't know about, okay? And I feel like it could be regarding, confirmation, it could be regarding this house, something about the longevity of the house, maybe how long the person has been in the house, and even like perhaps like the amount of time that has been invested in this person. So I don't know, in some instance, Scorpio, I'm kind of feeling like a potential gift for you in this scenario is finding out that No, because I'm not even necessarily getting that. I mean, you could go as far as to say there's potentially some type of third-party energy, because we've got the courthouse here and adjudication, and they're basically right next to each other. This person could also have to travel for court, like something happened while they were out of state, out of county, that type of thing. And I there's a possibility of some third-party energy in here with this false person, and it's like this is someone who is perhaps been living with them for quite some time, or they may be somehow invested in their place of residence in some way. Okay. I don't like the false person coming out, and with the pathway, I feel like if there's deceit going on, it's been going on for a while. We're talking like years here, minimum 2 years. All right, so let's go ahead and look at your other cards, and then we'll hop into the tarot. So what Spirit's trying to get through to you over this next 30 days is retreat into nature, solitude. So some of you are being called to do something as simple as go on a hike. Okay, get into nature, sit at a tree. I mean, I know we're heading into the nastier parts of the weather here in the northern hemisphere, but if you're in the southern hemisphere, I know things are warming up for y'all, so it might be necessary for you to take some time and take some solitude outdoors, because there are messages that Spirit is trying to get through to you, and that's a lot harder to do when you're concerned with the busyness of every day. So just something as simple as sitting by a tree and just meditating, just quieting your mind, is going to go a long way into those messages getting to you. Okay. Now, I can't help but also notice that, you know, this character here has on a parka and surrounded by wolves, 3 wolves. Okay. So for whatever reason, wolves tend to speak to winter for me. Okay, so I could specifically be talking to Scorpios who are in the northern hemisphere. All right, and with that said, bundle up before you go hiking for sure. Okay, but it's still saying that you need to take some time outdoors, go for a walk, go for a hike, go sit by some water, even if it's only for 10 or 15 minutes, or as long as you can handle with however cold the weather is in your area. Okay. And one other thing I want to mention about this card is the pouch that's around their neck. Now, I normally don't even actually, it doesn't pop out to me, but it is for this time. So for some of you, you may actually need to invest in some specific crystals to carry around with you. With the wolves surrounding this character, I would say this is protection. So with that said, if you're looking for protection crystals, I automatically will tell people get black tourmaline. There really isn't anything more powerful than black tourmaline. What's second to that is numite. Numite is something I literally wear every single day, and it's kind of a shielder of your energy from energy vampires. It makes them a lot harder to get to you. Now, not saying that there aren't powerful energy vampires out there that aren't still going to try to poke through your aura and get to you, but it does make it a lot more difficult for them to do, and it makes you a lot more cognizant and aware that there is someone trying to do that to you. Okay, so for those of you that feel a calling towards crystals, or you work with crystals, I would highly suggest at this time, if you have not been, invest in a piece of black tourmaline. Okay, I think that's going to be very important for you for the next 30 days, and especially in regards to this person, because we're getting this view here of this person being loyal, but with the false person coming out, like, there's still something that you don't know about this person, okay, that you need to be aware of. And again, it has something to do with their where they live, their housing, if you will. Okay, so the advice that Spirit has for you for the next 30 days is Ing. Oh, can you guys see that? There you go. The nice thing about the foil cards is that you can actually see you can actually see the outline of the rune. So this particular rune is a number 22. And that is a master number. And normally that's not something I pay attention to. I think they just numbered the cards to number them in this deck. But for whatever reason, that might be significant for you, okay, for the next 30 days. So this particular rune tends to mean fertility. represents the god Frey. Time to plant the seeds of your plans, remain focused, work hard. And again, this is the DNA strand. So there is something that you're trying to birth at this time. Some of you could actually be with child. I'm not necessarily seeing that here, but doesn't mean that that's not the case, okay? However, with the DNA strand being here, what it tells me is that there is some type of elevation taking place for you, okay? We could just be talking about purely on a metaphysical level here, like clearing your DNA, clearing your ancestral line. We could be talking about healing your DNA, okay? Healing some aspects within you that have kind of been running the show. Now, it brings me back to this retreat into nature card, and I also can't help but look, or excuse me, see that we've got this wolf here, and the wolf is standing right in front of her pelvis. So for some of you, you don't know that you're with child, and if you are with child, you haven't shared that with anyone yet, okay? So let's go ahead and move into our tarot cards and see what else we can pull out. Now, I did change it up just a little bit for this next 30-day period. I normally use the, I just forgot the name of it. One second. That's right. Tarot of the New Vision. But for whatever reason, it just didn't feel right for this particular 30-day period. So what I am using actually is the Hermetic Tarot for you for this 30-day period, and I really do like the messages and how powerful they can be when using this deck. So let's see what we got. All right, can I get a card for this first pile here? Courthouse, Despair, and Shifts. Courthouse, Despair, and Shifts for Scorpio. Yahtzee! And for the record, I will not be reading these in reverse. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, which is Lord of Waves and Water. So with this landing on top of the ship, Courthouse and Despair, it tells me that this person is feeling a little emotionally vulnerable at this time. They're not very settled. Let me get one more. The High Priestess. Okay. So it's not going to tell me anymore on that. But with the High Priestess, which is the Priestess of a Silver Star, is what it stands for in the Hermetic Tarot deck. What it tells me is that your intuition is already heightened. So there's a good chance you already smell this person coming back in, for starters. And I would say for some of you, you're actually highly in tune already. Even if you might be feeling a little ungrounded and a little unbalanced. You're still highly in tune, and you even, I would say, have a good idea of what is going on with this person before they even open their mouth, okay? It is a push for you to use your intuition in dealing with this person, okay? So under Man, Judication, and Coffin, we have the Four of Cups, Lord of Blended Pleasure. And then we have the Queen of Wands, so the Queen of the Throne of Flames. All right, so this could be a business owner, for starters, and it very well could be that the reason this person ended up in court to begin with is because they're a pleasure seeker. It's possible that they don't necessarily think before they act. They act based on the pleasures. It's interesting because I don't necessarily get this in any other deck, but this is very much kind of like devil light energy, if you will. Not quite in the depths of the devil energy, but it's still kind of lurking around, okay? And I feel like this person, they actually might be coming to you to seek pleasure because this case is closed. Whatever that pleasure means for you. Now, just because I said that you could be a male dealing with another male does not necessarily say that I am implying that you're sleeping with this person. This could just be a good friend that wants to come over, and whenever you're around them, you drink a little bit too much, or you smoke a little bit too much, or, you know, you spend a little bit too much money. This person is very much Venusian, and they like the pleasures of life, okay? So, I do feel like this is someone who likely owns their own business, or they're at least very high up in whatever company that they are in. And again, I feel like whatever this court thing was, because I'm not picking up like necessarily a relationship or divorce or anything like that. I feel like it might have had to do something with their business, okay, or the place that they were working. And it kind of sucked the joy out of everything. So they're coming to you to get a little bit more joy. So under our puppy, thoughts, and lovers, we have Temperance. Okay, which is daughter of the reconcilers. Okay, and then we have the Princess of Swords, which is princess of the rushing winds. So confirmation about what I was about to say. If we're looking at a scenario where this is someone that you are romantically or intimately involved with, they are coming to reconcile. That is like the whole purpose of them showing up at your door. Okay, they have been thinking about this. It's something that they've been wanting to push forward with. You know, I kind of feel like this is a scenario where the pretense might just be coming over to visit, and it just kind of like a word vomit type thing happens. I do feel like as well that this person could possibly have been watching you for quite some time. So a little bit of spying energy, as the princess can often indicate. But I do feel like they're looking for reconciliation, and they're trying to go about it in a balanced manner. So what that tells me is that at some point during the interactions with the two of you, it was not balanced in how they were approaching you, okay? So the next section here with uh-oh, did I lose a card? I did lose a card. There we go. With expectation, occupation, and the gift, we have the Lovers, which is children of the voice divine, and then we've got the title card. Okay, so what that tells me is that there's obviously a choice to be made. It sounds like that they're going to be offering something. Like for those of you that are romantically involved with someone, we're talking like they're offering I would say an elevation some way in the partnership. But with the Lovers here on top of the title card, that tells me this is a wild card. So I don't know what other things are going to be in play that have to do with this false person kind of moon energy that's going on. But I do feel like something is going to be enlightened to you, and that is going to end up coming into play as to whether or not you accept this gift or not, whether you accept this offer, okay? So what's sitting on top of the house, pathway, and false person is the King of Pentacles, Prince of the Chariot, Earth, and then the Three of Cups, Lord of Abundance. Okay, so now I'm understanding. So what's making this person false, if you will, because again, with the puppy sitting here, I mean, that's loyalty. It's extreme loyalty even. I feel like where this person has been false is about how much they have, how much money they have, how much they're rocking, okay? Maybe even to some extent whether they own their home or whether they're renting, which is like super basic, and I don't understand why anyone would lie about that, but I digress. Okay, but I feel like that's gonna end up being what's illuminated, is the fact that they're not as well off as they say they are, and they perhaps see you to be someone who is very privileged, and they feel like they can't keep up, they can't match that energy. Okay, it starts with a text or an email or something like that. All right, but yeah, this is a wild card, and I don't know exactly how deep the lies go with this person in regarding, you know, their housing or their finances or whatnot, but I do feel like there is a front on how much money they have. They don't have as much as they're saying they are, and you know, with the High Priestess kind of starting things out here, I'm not sure you give a shit about that anyway. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call air. Thank you so much for joining me. I absolutely appreciate you taking the time. If you found anything helpful in this video, don't forget to like the video and share the video. And definitely subscribe, because Scorpio, y'all have a shadow reading coming out here in a couple of weeks. So with that, your peace is your power, and I'll see you then. Bye.